Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to be able to use multiple sounds within one patch here on your GT-1. So let's say that you have a clean patch where you start out with a clean amp, some compression, some reverb and some chorus maybe. Then later you want to switch that preamp to an overdriven preamp. You might also want to turn off the chorus. You could add in an overdrive stomp box, for example, and you could also add in a solo boost for when you have to play solo. So let me show you how you can do this, and it's actually really simple, and it makes a lot of sense because if you can get by only using maybe one or two patches where you have everything programmed, then you don't have to do a lot of tap dancing and stepping on buttons. You can just basically concentrate on playing and being on stage and having a good time. So this is a really cool feature. So let me show you how to do this. I have an external foot switch connected to my GT-1, and it's the Boss FS7, the dual foot switch, the newer ones they just released. And I suggest that you go out and get an external foot switch for GT-1 because you'll be able to have two additional foot switches or two extra assigns that you can use, because out of the box you only have the CTL-1 foot switch on your GT-1, and it's good for just clean changing effects and turning things on and off. But if you want to get a little more advanced and have a lot more settings programmed into your GT-1, then I really suggest that you get an external foot switch. So let's get started here. The first thing that you want to do is you want to, let's say that we have this sound or this tone, or it's a song that we're trying to replicate. So let's say that we're going to start out with a clean sound. So you're going to find a clean amplifier, some reverb, chorus, compression, whatever you like on there, and set it up the way you like it. Then you're good to go with that sound. So let's say that you have this sound and you use it for the intro and the verse. Then when you get to the chorus of the song, you want to switch that clean amplifier to an overdriven one, because it's going to, you need more gain for the chorus, for example. So let me show you how you can do this. First off, you're going to press the memory edit button, and then you're going to get into this signal chain or function screen. And the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to scroll to the CT1 block here, meaning your CTL-1 foot switch on your Boss GT-1 here. And then remember, we want to switch our amplifier, and we might also want to turn off the chorus, because sometimes the chorus doesn't work well with a lot of gain. So let's say that our control 1 and its assign is going to be turn off the chorus and switch our preamp. So we press enter here on the CT1, and you have to choose the function that is going to assign or going to change. So we're just going to select FX2 because that's the block where we have the chorus. And remember, set it to toggle, because if you set it to momentary, the effects will only be on when you press and hold the foot switch. So toggle meaning that one press is active and one press is deactive. So once you've chosen your parameter here, you're just going to press exit, and then that assign is set for you. But remember, we also wanted to change the preamp, so then we have to scroll to our first available assign, and we have a total of 6 assigns here within the GT-1. So you're just going to scroll till you see A1, meaning assign 1 here. Press the enter button, make sure that you turn your assign on. The source is the foot switch that it's going to be controlled from, and that's going to be CT1. And again, make sure it's going to toggle. Press enter to get to your next page here, and then you have to scroll in the category here to find what parameter you want to control. So this is already on preamp. So set it to preamp, and then you have to scroll until you see the target to be type here. Then you press enter again, and here's what you have to do. Now you have a minimum and a maximum target, and your minimum target is the clean preamp that you're using for your intro and verse, for example. So that could be the natural clean, it could be the JC120 or the clean twin. In this case, it's just going to be the clean twin for this example. So set that as your minimum. And then the maximum target over here is going to be that particular amplifier you want to change to. So right now we're just going to change to an overdriven preamp, and I really like the sound of the Marshall in the GT-1 here. So the maximum is going to be set to the preamp you want to change to. So basically, if you want, you could change from one clean amp to another clean amp, from one overdriven preamp to another overdriven, or from clean to overdriven, or from overdriven to clean. So a lot of options here. Once you've set this, you're just going to press exit, and the assign is set. So right now our control 1 foot switch on the GT-1 is going to control our preamp shift and turn off the chorus. Let's say now that we want an overdrive stomp to be turned on when we use our external foot switch. That could function as a boost or just add a bit more gain, for example. It could be a clean boost or a tube screamer or anything from the overdrive and distortion block here. Now you're just going to scroll until you see the CT2 here, meaning your external foot switch number 2. So press enter here again, and once again you have to set the function here. So this time we want to set it to ODDS here, meaning that it's going to turn on our overdrive and distortion box or block here when we press our foot switch on our external foot switch. So once you've set that, you're good to go. You just have to go into your overdrive and distortion block and choose the overdrive or distortion box that you want to be turned on. Let's just say that we also want a solo boost when we have to play lead. So this time we're going to scroll to CT3, meaning our third control here on our external foot switch. You're going to press enter, and we're going to change from the clean twin to the Marshall. So the Marshall preamp is going to have a decent amount of gain. So I'm just going to set my solo boost as my preamp A solo, meaning that when you assign this, you're going to get a boost in volume and you're going to get a bit more mid and treble, just to cut through your mix of your band better, for example. You can also choose, if you have your overdrive on, you can also have your overdrive to go into solo mode, meaning that you get the same boost and you get some boost in your frequency area too. So right now I'm just going to use the preamp A solo. But for our solo, we also want to add in some delay, for example. So once you've set this, you're just going to press exit. And again, we have to scroll to our next available assign here. And that's going to be our assign number 3. We have to turn our assign on. This time, we want to set our source mode to CTL number 3. Otherwise it won't synchronize with the foot switch over here. Then you're just going to press enter, and the category you have to scroll until you see the delay. Let's just see, and it's just right there, and we just wanted to turn on or off the delay. So we'll press exit again, and then all our assigns are active. Then we just have to select the delay that we want and save our patch. and then when we press on the third foot switch, it's going to turn on the delay that we've chosen. So if you press the memory edit here and you get into this signal chain or parameter screen, you're going to see that when I press the third foot switch on my external foot switch here, the delay is going to be turned on. And when I press it again, it's going to be turned off. So also meaning that if I go to the play screen here and I press the third foot switch again, you're going to see a black writing in the right corner here saying PRA, meaning that you're in solo mode on your preamp. So this is basically how you're going to assign parameters with your foot switches here on your GT-1. And again, you can control a various of different parameters, and it's really easy once you get a hang of it. So I hope this video is going to help some people, because I see a lot of people struggling with this and having a hard time to just get these assigns to work right. So I hope this is going to help you, and if you have any questions or would like me to do a video request or something, then just let me know and I'll see what I can do. So have a good one, guys, and I'll probably see you soon. So bye now.